So in today's Qigong practice, we're going to do maybe 4 forms from the Dawu sequence, this Qigong, which is usually referred to as the Great Dance. And these are flowing fluid movements where we're really focused on rooting down and finding balance. And none of the movements are very complex, but we'll take a bit of time with each one, see if we can notice where our attention goes, where our body's energy is flowing. So first one, very simple, we'll start and just shift your weight onto one leg. It's probably best just to mirror me as we're facing. We're going to slide one foot out. And when our whole foot is on the ground, then we're going to start shifting our weight over to the center. And lift the arms up out to the side, rolling and turning the palms to face up. And when they're nearly at shoulder height, draw the elbows in. We're going to take the tailbone out and chin up. Now, press down through the feet. You'll extend up a little, shift our weight back to the center, turn the hands in. And when your whole weight is on this side, then you'll slowly draw the foot back in. Foot doesn't have to leave the ground. Sigh out, returning, centering. All right, let's try the other side. We'll see if we can start to notice our breath. Take your time to feel into each movement. Notice if you're holding your breath or inviting any tension into the body. Each time we practice, our body's inner wisdom or intuition, or you might call it muscle memory, becomes a little more used to it. So things that we find difficult at first, through repetition, through practice, suddenly become easier. Bring our palms back onto the body, arrive back into stillness, just like how we started this practice. If mind is still busy, you might like to return to those messages. There's nowhere else I need to be right now, nothing else I need to be doing. All right, the next movement we'll do involves a little bit of opening through the side body. So we're going to shift our weight back to this side again. And the other foot can come into a empty step. So empty step just means weight stays on this side. Our toes are still on the ground on this side. Knee is bent. All the weight is on one side. Let's take our arms out, extend them out wide. Now we're going to press in both directions. So one hand presses away and one hand presses over. Take your time. Make sure you feel balanced and steady. When you're ready, lifting the head back up, extending the arms. We're going to switch sides, swinging the arms across, shifting our weight, lifting the heel. So now we're in our empty step on the other side, and we sigh out. Nose towards the knee. Just let the body open into it. Keep going. Find a rhythm with your own breath. Take your time, switching sides. How do we stay balanced no matter what happens? Remembering there's always things that we don't want to happen that happen. Always things we want to happen that don't happen. So just notice as you move from side to side, this sense of centeredness. Not through being static or fixed, but by our practice of being able to adapt, being able to shift from one side to the other. And we release some old habits, maybe be a little less set in our ways. And we'll do one more. And all the way back down. Palms come back onto the body. Okay, our next form will be one where we step out to the side again. So we'll start with palms low and just curl in your little fingers to the index finger into this middle part of the body, our center of gravity, our dantian. And we're going to keep going, taking the hands up past the heart, past the head. Now, bend that standing leg knee. And when your arms are above the head, we're going to slowly take the other leg out. Remember, there's no weight on it yet. When the whole foot is on the ground, now we shift our weight. Our arms come down. And then we're going to let them slap into the side of the body. Now, same movement. Curl the hands into the dantian. Now we're going to reach forward, the opposite arm to the one we stepped out. Just mirror me if you like. It's probably simplest. Inhale to draw energy into the body. Now we're going to reach across the body, sighing out. Now we're going to take a big breath, turning the palms, rotating the shoulders, shift the weight back to the center. When all your weight is on this side, then we slowly draw back, sighing out, returning. All right, there's a lot to unpack there. Let's go through slowly again, curling the hands in. Keep the eyes up, keep the head up. We're slowly extending our leg out, sighing out, can slap the hands into the gallbladder meridian. Inhale, drawing energy in. Exhale, reaching forward and reaching behind the body. Inhale into the body. Exhale, reaching across. Inhale, turning the palms down, rolling the weight back over the center leg. When all your weight is over, step back, draw down. All right, I'm going to stop cueing for a moment to see if you can find the rhythm in your own body. Let's do one more each direction. Feeling is one of sinking down as you lift up. And just notice if the mind has drifted again. You might like to focus on this spiraling movement of the spine. Once again, returning to center. Maybe we say, I have arrived, or I am here, I am home. All right, our last form we'll do today is we're going to start by turning one leg a little bit in so that we're a bit pigeon-toed, and then turn the other foot out. Heel can stay where it is. So this is a classic bow stance. And we'll draw our palms together and we're going to reach up so that our ears and arms are nearly meeting. But we want our head to still be up, crown of the head to still be lifting. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll back, shift our weight into the back leg, draw our hands to our heart, drop the weight into the back of the body. Now see if you can roll shoulder, knee, foot, everything together. Roll back to the center. A little bit pitch and toed again. We're going to turn the other direction. And once we find our bow stance, we're going to reach up, effortless. Don't go too far. Keep your spine straight. Keep your gaze up. When you're ready, sigh out and roll back. Doesn't matter how low you go, just listen to the body. When you're ready, turning, twisting back. Little bit past center line. Lift the toes of the opposite foot. All right, so you know where to go now. So spend the rest of your time in this one, just noticing where the energy is. Should be sense of deep roots into the ground, even as you reach up. And then we're turning, hip, shoulder, foot, everything moving together. Spine stays straight. Listen to your breath. Feel palm pressing into palm. Notice if you're holding your breath or inviting any tension into the body. If you look down, which you don't want to do too often, but if you do, you should notice that knee is still pressed over the foot. You're not extending that front knee too far. And we become effortless in time. Maybe, maybe not. So just honor wherever your body is on this day, wherever your mind is, just honor it just as it is. One more time. And palms can come back onto the body. All right, let's just let everything be loose. You might like to just feel like the back of your knees are kind of being chopped into. Just let your feet be heavy to the ground. Every other part of your body can relax. You might like to turn your chin, roll your shoulders. Just notice wherever you're holding tension or tightness. Just bring a little bit more movement through our upper body. Let's roll one arm back and then the other. And you might like to start to follow the fingers with your eyes. And then we'll roll the shoulders, both directions. Let's split our hands, 2 fingers on each side, bring them up either side of your ear, and we're going to just press in and up. Slowing the movement down, you might like to tug on your earlobes a little. And we'll bring hands together. Just for a moment, you might like to cover over each of your eyes. Take a breath here. And then we'll just comb through maybe the throat, the neck. And shaking it out. Bringing hands to heart center. Let's take a moment to honor our practice on this day. You might even like to acknowledge the wisdom of Qigong, inviting balance and harmony into our lives. And then, of course, let's acknowledge each other with a bow.